What's up, guys? Jake Unreal coming back at you with another video, and today we are rebuilding the Seattle Seahawks on Madden 21. This team had a great year, and then it all came crashing down once they got to the playoffs, but due to Russell Wilson's collapse sort of in the second half. The O-line, we know, is not good, but let's go over the team. Russell Wilson, top 3 quarterback in the league. You could very easily say that. Russell Wilson is phenomenal. Sort of did collapse in the second half of the season as he was going to win MVP. But Chris Carson, a running back, is pretty solid. He sometimes fumbles, but he's pretty okay. DK, we know the deal with him. Just phenomenal. Does everything well except 4-cone shuffles or something. I don't remember why he fell. I think he had an injury in college. What's his injury? He had an injury in college that was not the best for him, as he's got 81 injuries. So there you go. But injuries don't matter in Madden. Well, I take that back. Kind of do, but you know, DK is a beast. Tyler Lockett, also a very, very solid player. Was just really a special teamer his first few years in the league. Has developed into a very, very solid receiver. Philip Dorsett's alright. I don't believe he played this year. David Moore's in there. But Josh Gordon needs to get off this team because he is a bad man. Bad. And then I'm going to start Will Dissly over Greg Olsen, tight end. And we know the deal with the O-line. It is bad. Now time to go over the defense. There are some Benson Mayos, but the defense is what sort of held the Seahawks back this year. I'll go over the team. Carlos Dunlap has sort of played alright for the Seahawks, but he needs to get traded. I don't want him on the team. Jerron Reed is pretty solid, 78 rated star dev, only 26 years old. That's pretty solid. Puna. Why did I say LJ? Where did I come up with that? LJ Collier is bad. He's going to start. Darrell Taylor's bad. Who knows why the Seahawks took him in the second round. Alton Robinson, he's a rookie. I was not familiar with him. He's probably going to come in and start once they trade Dunlap and probably Mayoa. So, Shaquille Griffin, pretty solid at corner. Trey Flowers, Quinn Dunbar do their thing. Quinn Dunbar is also a bad man. Bobby Wagner, one of the best inside linebackers, if not the best in football. KJ Wright's getting up there in age, probably a trade candidate. 31. Jordan Brooks, though, a rookie, 78 rated, outside linebacker. I don't disagree. He's probably going to go move to right outside linebackers. I do want Shaquem Griffin playing. And then Jaquandre Diggs, Demarius Randall do what they do. But the man on defense that I want to focus around is Jamal Adams. He is unreal. Can rush the passer, can cover, can do anything you want him to. He had 9 sacks as a safety, which is incredible. But we do have to trade some guys for sure. I just spammed A for no particular reason, and we ended up getting a first-round pick and a third-round, a first-round pick this year and a third-round pick next year from the Cardinals for, KJ Wright, I believe. Dwayne Brown and KJ Wright. And then Benson Mayo. So those were the 3 that we ended up trading. Greg Olsen and Carlos Dunlap gets me a first and second next year from the Houston Texans. I think I'm going to make one more trade after this, and that will be it. Carlos Hyde, Philip Dorsett, and Demarius Randall gets me a first. I don't even remember what years they were, but it's time to go the midseason mark, as I think we should make the playoffs this first season. Here we are at the midseason mark / week 8. We're 4-2. That's pretty good. I do have to say so myself, but there are some contracts that we're going to have to give out to. First off, Chris Carson and Shaquille Griffin have to come back. Puna Ford as well, probably we should bring in. Shaquem Griffin, he's probably not even playing, though, because I forgot to change the positions. But as of right now, it's just going to be Puna Ford, Chris Carson and Shaquille Griffin, I could probably trade Quentin Dunbar. The reason I'm not bringing back David Moore is because he's ultimately too expensive for what he brings to the table when I can do better than that. Poona Ford, Shaquille Griffin, they're back, but what's his name? Chris Carson is being a naughty boy, but I'm going to try to look to trade Quentin Dunbar. Quentin Dunbar, David Moore gets me a first-round pick next year from the Giants. I tried to get their first-round pick this year that was projected absolutely insanely high, but like number 4, which would have been insane. I almost had it, but they just ultimately wanted too much value back for it, so we are headed to the playoffs. There is no actual way that we miss the playoffs. How? On what planet? 7-9. Are you actually kidding me? We collapsed big time as Russell Wilson was terrible. The Seahawks offensive playbooks are terrible. Don't use them. Oh, these are gross numbers for a team that shouldn't be doing this bad. Russell Wilson was terrible. We need a new playbook for sure. Rushing. Chris Carson was alright. Tyler Lockett did pretty solid as a DK. But the Seahawks playbooks, I'm telling you, they are bad. Bobby Wagner was very, very good. I did not mean to do interception yards as I just tapped on interceptions. Sacks. Jamal Adams had 0. Oh man, the pressure is bad. 4 picks for B-Wags and Shaquille Griffin. 2 for, the interceptions aren't there either. We had 11 interceptions the entire year. This team was terrible. And then Tom Brady wins MVP. What is a sim right now? Actually, what is a sim? NFC Offensive Player, Tom Brady. Russell Wilson actually finished in there. Wow. Bobby Wagner, though, wins Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan Brooks up there, number 6. He's got to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Show me star dev, please, and thank you. Freddie Swain up there at 9. Wow. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jordan Brooks. Love to see it. No other Seattle Seahawks, but the Seahawks made the right decision of drafting Jordan Brooks over Patrick Queen. Let's go Super Bowl week. That's such a bad joke. I actually started from week 1. Preseason week 1, and the Chiefs. And our division was terrible. You're telling me? I just completely missed it. It went from the NFC best to the NFC less. I did not like that. But we do have to check out some dev increases. Come on, load, please, as I'm not seeing any on offense. Come on, defense. Yes. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Jordan Brooks going up to star dev. And you're telling me no one else went up. That's alright. Jordan Brooks is a young player who did need that star dev to, develop him a little bit more. So that will up Chris Carson's salary. He can come back. I don't need Shaquille Griffin all that much. I'm going to be honest with you. And Chris Carson's back. Let's go to free agency. This free agent class is actually bad. And I just remembered that I don't know what a pick it will be, but losses. Come on. As we will have that's the 9th pick, and the Jets have it. That actually annoys me, but now time to go to the draft. Quandre Diggs is headed to the Miami Dolphins for basically him for a first-round pick. With this first-round pick, I will be taking an absolutely insane edge rusher who we need to add to our squad as we are very thin on the edge. Dale Dixon out of Minnesota, A- finesse moves. Pretty solid combine overall. Dale Dixon, 77 overall, with only normal dev. He is not a power rusher. just a speed rusher, but he was still the #1 overall player in the class. The player I wanted went one pick before me to the Jags, which annoys me. No way Dave Wall actually fell. Well, that makes my decision easy. It's going to be Dave Wall for sure, out of Tennessee. So Dave Wall it is 76 overall, number 5. So this draft class ended up being pretty well balanced. He's a very good player, but with better depth. So I think he's pretty much already better than Quandre Diggs. Please don't take a corner, and they don't. With this pick, I will be taking a corner, either Eric Crosby, Matthew Long's kind of farther down. It's fine if we miss out on him. It's going to... Who do I take? Actually, this is a tougher decision. He is way better man coverage. Eric Crosby out of Oregon State. Alright, 76 overall, better dev. You love to see it. Looks to be a pretty solid player as well. With this pick, we will be taking a running back as we just paid Chris Carson. But it's fine. This guy looks pretty good. Maybe the number 2 player in the class. Number 4. He's pretty solid, as we will need a backup running back going forward, as he will be with us for the next 4 years due to the fact that Rashad Penny will probably be let go of next year. In the 4th round, I will probably be taking a tackle if he's available. Don't know if he will be. It's the Panthers. No. And he is gone, so we will be simulating to the end of the draft. This was a player that I missed out on in Jalen McDaniels. He's got superstar dev. And I'm kind of frustrated if I do say so myself. But we can go see the team heading into the season, as I don't have it ready or prepared or anything. But I will do that as we go, I guess. We don't have much of a third receiver. Alright. So that's no good. But... do they have everything arranged pretty well? Drafted a safety. I'm going to play Crosby as my number 2 corner. Not number 1. What is my... This is why I do this off camera. But, Dixon, we'll start at left end. Cody Barton starting. I dislike. I'm going to put DK in the slot. We need to change the playbooks. I'll have our rookie running back playing third down. I want Crosby playing in the nickel because that's what he does best. So let's go mid-season mark. Mid-season mark, we're 3-3. And I think I know why. And I'm realizing now. I changed the playbooks. But you want to know why? It's probably because Freddie Swain's in the slot, right? Yeah, Freddie Swain doing better than Tyler Lockett. Ugh. Sickening. Russell Wilson, though, looks like he's having himself I didn't see anything crazy. We do have to extend Jamal Adams, which will be important, as is Tyler Lockett. Michael Dixon, we can bring back in free agency. Jerron Reed, I can probably bring back for 2 years. And I can actually trade him. I do not need him. Trey Flowers can go on the move as well, as we don't need him, as we just drafted a corner. Rashad Penny can get off my team, so we're going to look to trade Jerron Reed, Trey Flowers, and Rashad Penny in a deal. I'll actually keep TJ Reed Jr., as he's not too bad. But Jamal Adams, Tyler Lockett, yeah, you know what the deal is. As we actually get a ton of value in return for this, I guess you could say blockbuster trade, as you're trading with the Jets when that trade goes through. And you also know it's Madden when the Seahawks defense is a higher overall than their offense. Well, I wouldn't say that, because the Seahawks defense actually was pretty good. And the year they won the Super Bowl. But we do have to bring back these top free agents. Will Disley and Jamal Adams are back, but Tyler Lockett says he wants better bonus, which I can do. And I caught myself. I will go change my slot receiver and go to the playoffs. We did not make the playoffs as we just scored 55 points against the Rams, finishing 8-8. Second offense is Russell Wilson, definitely won MVP. What was our defense? 22nd. I'm frustrated. Second in points scored. Oh my DK. DK dominated, and most of those numbers came in the second half of the season. Russell Wilson won the MVP. You could argue DK should have won it, but, a receiver is not going to win MVP. That's Devontae Smith won the Heisman. DK, oh, wow. He's already a 98 overall. DK is absolutely insane, looking insane. He's got 999 spec catching traffic. Jeez, DK is a definite beast. Freddie Swain's numbers are inflated as he just sort of, wow. Kevin Coffey seems to be not the move. Bobby Wagner was also, do we have offensive player and defensive player of the year? Is the question. That's Bobby Wagner with 7 interceptions from linebacker. Darrell Taylor getting in some pressure, but overall, all right. Defensive line did not get any pressure. Russell Wilson did win the MVP award. You should see DK and Bobby Wagner up there. Russell Wilson, of course, wins Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, on what planet? I am going to see how many sacks Aaron Donald had, because on what planet? Marvin Sweeney, number 3. Max Rich, don't know it there. Eric Crosby, though, the corner, number 1. Dale Dixon at 4, the edge. Dave Wall, 6, safety. Best QB had to be Russ. Best receiver, DK. Best linebacker. Bobby Wagner got screwed. How many sacks did Aaron Donald have? He probably just had like 1 million. He better have had 1 million. Alright, he had 26. And that broke the record. Fine, I'll give it to Aaron Donald. The Packers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl. DK goes up to the superstar of X Factor. He deserves it. He's not going to have Wrecking Ball. He's going to have... I wonder if I gave him double me and he just starts mossing people. Will Disley actually went down to normal. That is annoying. Defensively, Darryl Wall, Eric Crosby both have superstar. I'd love to see it. As Jordan Brooks goes up to superstar. Marcel Darius is on our team. Man, we need some defensive line help this coming off season. But we also have to bring back Tyler Lockett, give him some bonus because, just what you need to be a great NFL player, a nice bonus. There you go, Tyler, take it. And let's go to free agency. We are going after 4 actually players in free agency. We are getting ourselves 2 edge rushers in Bradley Chubb, Harold Landry, 2 edge rushers, Bradley Chubb, and Harold Landry. Welcome to the Seattle Seahawks. Now our edges are set. And now in the draft, I say we need defensive tackle, linebacker, and receiver. O-line. The player I would have taken goes a pick before me. If we are in a pretty stacked draft class as far as I can tell, I will be taking Joe Viren out of Notre Dame. 6'5", 298, 33 reps on the bench is not bad, as he will be moving to defensive tackle. Joe Viren, 76 overall with Star Better Dev. My other defense tackle alongside of, I forget who, but, it's kind of, wait, do I take Andrew Chaney? Why? I swear I've had that guy before in a draft class. Did the draft class break? I don't know. We will probably take a receiver. Damon Northcutt decides he's not that big of a guy, only 5'9", 186, 23 years old, was just a senior. Just looked okay until he just decided to run 4.24, which is absolutely insane. What's his speed? Do we just assemble? I mean, he's not good. He's just a 75 rate with normal. But I took him because of the 97 speed. So 97 speed will just make this guy electric. He doesn't run routes at all, really. He catches it pretty well. How is he a deep threat? He's just really a slot. But, you know, he's a pretty solid player. When he runs 4.24, I just couldn't pass up. But he will be my third receiver. With this pick, we will be taking Vince Cothers. I don't know how to say it, but we will be moving to a 3-4 with this addition. He's just 75 normal, which is fine. He's pretty solid. Here we are in the second round, as I found an insane O-lineman, and we just happen to need O-line. Jonathan Poole out of Alabama, 77 overall, number 2 in the draft. He looked like a pretty solid player. Turns out he was to be. I just tap next user pick. If I see someone, I'll take him, but we're just going to probably go to the end of the draft. I still need offensive line help, so I'm going to take Cameron Bishop, 72 rated normal. He's not that bad, but I think that's just going to end the draft after that pick. At the mid-season mark, we're doing pretty good as we're 4-3, as we'll have to bring back DK Metcalf. Not top of our division, as we do need to win here against the Cardinals. As Bradley Chubb does have a breakout challenge, which I will do. Probably not going to get it, though, so he needs to go up to Superstar X Factor. DK is going to be expensive, but it's fine because he is a top 3 receiver probably as of this point. And DK is back. B-Wags can probably come back as well. He's been great so far. And then the rest I will make decisions on later. And Bobby Wagner is also re-signed. I don't even know what I was thinking. But Bradley Chubb, if we could get him up to Superstar X Factor, that would be great. He needs probably 3+ things, which would be too much. So we ended up making the playoffs, going 11-5, winning our division as we play these Saints in the wild card round. Fourth offense is Russell Wilson. Top MVP candidate, probably 10th defense. 4th in points scored. Tyler Lockett looked like he was very solid. 10th in points allowed, I guess. But Russell Wilson was very good. Did throw 14 picks. Probably going to finish 2nd for MVP, even though he deserved it. Chris Carson, wow. 2 touchdowns. I guess they all went to their receivers, but DK was solid. Northcutt, the rookie, was even very good. Wow, we spread the ball very well. Disley even had 10 touchdowns, I believe I saw. B-Wags, very solid. But I think this is the year that he does regress in dev. Jordan Brooks with 10.5 sacks. On what planet? He probably goes up to X Factor, hopefully. We got a lot of pressure on the QB, it seems. Interceptions, 5 for Shaquille Griffin, 2 for B-Wags and Ugo Amadi, 1 for other people. But it looked like we were very good this year. Russell Wilson actually does win the MVP, but there's a runner-up we're placing in the wild card round. Russell Wilson also wins Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Dante Jackson. Wow, that's something you don't see every day. Shaquille Griffin in there at 8, B-Wags at 9, so if you rest in dev, that will be bad. Offensive Year, Corbin Hutchinson, I believe, at quarterback. Damon Northcutt, though, at number 2. Maybe he'll go up to star dev. He had a breakout challenge. Joe Viren, the defensive end, wins Defense Rookie of the Year. I wonder what would have happened if he was a rush end, because he wasn't. Best QB wasn't Russell Wilson. Uh, Jordan Brooks in there for best linebacker. But let's see if we can beat the Saints here in the wild card. They only went 9-7. Come on, Seahawks. And we do. Now the 9-7 Bears in the divisional. Let's see if we can beat them. And we do. And we're in the NFC Conference Championship. Poona Ford has a breakout challenge. So, that's cool. Time to see if we can beat the Packers. I'll jump in if we make it to the Super Bowl. I accidentally sent the Pro Bowl. And we're in the Super Bowl. See if Poona Ford got it. Oh, Poona Ford. Now a star dev. Love to see that. Wow. I was not expecting him to do that. I guess I'll upgrade some guys next week. Don't need to do that. But then we'll go see who got dev increase before our game. I'll hop in against the Jags. See where we are. Tyler Lockett goes up to Superstar Dev. Love to see it. Russell Wilson is probably maxed out in overall, right? No, he isn't. Let's voice crack. He actually is playing up a ton with morale, throw power. He probably doesn't have it that high. So, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm seeing a lot of yellow. Viren goes up to Superstar. Forgot to mention it, but Dale Dixon went up to Star last year, which is great. Some of these rookies aren't showing what their dev trait is, but it's fine. Let's hop in against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are down 21-7 late with no timeouts. This is not looking good. But it's only the third season, so it's alright. Wilson drops back, throws it, just lob it up for DK. No actual way. There is no actual way. On what planet does that happen? Ridiculous. Let's go to next week. Let's look at our free agents to see if we need any of them. Alton Robinson. No, we don't need any of these guys. I mean, they're solid young players, don't get me wrong. But I don't think we quite... I think we've been doing pretty solid with the cap room so far. So we do have 19 mil, considering that we started out with the Seahawks. And I think James Bradbury would be a great signing because I just let my third corner walk, I'm pretty sure. So I think that's what I'm going to do. James Bradbury did not come play for us, making me sad. In the draft, I think we probably need corner, but we'll go over our things once we get into the draft. Best player available, probably. Tyler Lockett went back down to star. What does that even mean? So, he just goes up to Superstar Dev, and then he goes down to Star Dev. That is annoying. So, Northcutt is going to play in the slot from now on, since Tyler Lockett can't go back up to Superstar Dev. Bobby Wagner's just... Alright, we're not talking about dev increases. There's, Barton here. He's just going to chill with Superstar Dev. Okay. But we do need a third corner this draft and offensive guard. So, probably like a center. Because those are the only good things in draft classes on the offensive line. Here we are at 15. The top 3 corners are off the board. There are 3 pretty solid ones. But I think I'm just going to probably end up taking Tracy Owens out of Ohio State. Looks like a corner more. He's got B man coverage. That's not too bad. 74 normal. What's his man coverage? He looks like a perfect slot corner, if you ask me. So, I think that's where I'm going to play him. At 31, I will be taking a center. If he's available, he's available. If he's not, frustrating. Come on, please. Alright. He's gone, I think. Yep, he's definitely gone. So I'm going to take... I don't need safety all that badly. So, running back, no. We're going to take Justin Rushing, 75 rated with normal. You know, it is what it is. We drafted a 74 rated star better dev defensive tackle. This draft class looked pretty solid. So, you know, there's him. And that will end the draft. I wasn't going to show that pick, but he looked like a pretty solid player. So I did take him. And it was the end of the draft. This is the team heading into the 4th season, which could potentially be the final season. But this team is very, very good. Depending on whether or not we win the Super Bowl, we'll do another season. Owens is a 75 rated at corner, which is great. These are other special skill. I'm playing Northcutt in the slot. It's not going to end well. He's doing terrible at the midseason mark. It's going to go... I don't know where it's going to go, but... No, everything's where I want it, but... Who knows how we'll do. Hopefully we do good. Let's go to the midseason mark. Midseason mark, we're 6-1. Love to see it. Rolling at the top of our division is Northcutt. Wilson. Tell me, pop off. First offense, 21st defense. It just looks like our offense is taking it to another level, and Northcutt is too. Alright, love to see it. Northcutt is probably just going to go up to X Factor. Just kidding. He's not going to. But Russell Wilson needs a contract extension, which he will get for sure. He's 34. Jordan Brooks needs one as well. Damian Lewis can probably ring back just because I kind of going thin right now. Damian Lewis was I went 7 million years. I'm a 77 rated center going into my age 27 year. I'm no. And he got mad, so, I didn't give him a contract. I made that part up. But Jordan Brooks and Russell Wilson are both re-signed. I gave Russell a 4-year deal, which was probably not smart, but time to go to the playoffs. So as you can see, we made the playoffs, but we lost the football team in week 17, and it turned out to hurt us. So that's no good. But we are in the playoffs against the Minnesota Vikings. Let's check out the stats. Second offense in yards. Russell Wilson could have won MVP again. Our defense, though, 15th. 4th in points scored. Wow, Northcutt. 7th in points allowed. Damon Northcutt was a beast. Russell Wilson, 4,800 yards and 39 touchdowns to just 12 interceptions. Chris Carson got his touchdowns up, which is good. For receiving, Damon Northcutt just decided to dominate the entire NFL. He's 83 rated with normal. He's got 98 speed. He's electric. DK did very solid. Tyler Lockett didn't really get involved as much as you would like to see for him. Defensively, B-Wags was very solid. How old is he? He's got to be very old at this point. But look at the pressure we're getting. I love to see it. 3-4 storm is the move. Interceptions. Wow. No one really individually had any interceptions, but we were very good as a team. Russell Wilson gets screwed for MVP when Tom Brady is still in the league. He's got to be, 4 years from now? 47. And it's a 75 overall and wins MVP. That's ridiculous. Baker up there. Russell Wilson should have won it. Marcus Mariota's on the Browns. NFC Offensive Players, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson up there, number 2. Another Seahawks Defense Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. B-Wags still doing what he does at 5. Kamal Martin playing for the Packers. Just dominating. JT Ash wins Offense Rookie of the Year. I don't think we had any Offense Rookies. But Defense Rookie of the Year is Tracy Owens, the corner. Love to see it. Best QB, Russell's just going to get screwed. Northcutt better win best. What? No actual way. Northcutt does not win the award. But time to hop in. You know what? I'll simulate this game. I'll hop in next week. Come on, beat the Vikings. And you know what happens when I don't hop in we lose. So let's go in the offseason for next season. What do you know? If we had just beaten football team in week 17, we could have made it to the Super Bowl. Great. Northcutt, goes up to star dev. Love to see it. Defensively, B-Wags is just bad. I mean, he's got X Factor, but he is just bad at this point in his career. Barton, the guy chilling with Superstar, goes down. Owens didn't go up. It's just so sad how bad B-Wags is at this point. But we're going to go free agency. It's the final season. Time to get crazy. We're going to go after Isaiah Simmons and C.J. Henderson. Put some bids on them. It's a final season. It doesn't really matter. We're just trying to make ourselves a crazy good team. So I will see if we get C.J. Henderson and Isaiah Simmons. B-Wags, a first-round pick next year and a fifth-round pick next year, gets me number 12 overall from the Denver. I'm going to put in some more money on Isaiah Simmons so I can get off C.J. Henderson and Isaiah Simmons. And then, Bobby Wagner is a 79 overall. He's not going to do that much. Isaiah Simmons gets me much higher overall and much younger. We got Isaiah Simmons and C.J. Henderson, so it's now time to go to the draft. Those are two big guys to add to our team that is already stacked, and now we have the best team in the NFL. I am in between two players that both look absolutely insane, in Jaden McClain, who's a speed rusher type with B-plus power moves, and Walter Sari. So I'm going to take one and then trade back up for the other one. First one's going to be Jaden McClain. What? This is such a disappointment. He's a 75 with normal. What a disappointment. The Packers, I'm trading back up. So Jaden Smith here, the Packers had interest in, so, that was kind of way too easy. As we're an 89 overall with 3 first-round draft picks, so that's interesting. But Walter Sari out of Auburn, 76 rated with star, better dev. We didn't really need Isaiah Simmons at all, but, Walter Sari is a beast. With this pick in the end of the first round, I will be taking LaMichael Huffman, and he has star better dev. 16th ranked player in the class with 73 overall. Star better dev is not bad. This is the team for the final season. I don't know when Will Disley went up to star dev, by the way. We still have a woeful offensive line that we never fixed. Mainly on the interior. Our tackles are fine. No, our defense is loaded. It's absolutely insane. Only 3. No, actually, there's 4, but that doesn't really matter. Let's go to the mid-season mark. Mid-season mark, we are 5-2. Riding pretty high, as the Cardinals are also 5-2. 20th offense. It's just a matter of time till this would happen. 6th defense. 16th in points scored. We're not seeing any good receiving numbers. Titans' offense has failed us this season, but I think we can get through it with a strong second half of the year. So let's do it. We made the playoffs, going 10-6, as our division was very competitive, it seems. 8th offense, Russell Wilson was very solid. Again, it seems 20th defense. So our offense turned it around. 6th in points scored. Northcutt did okay. 9th in points allowed. So we were very solid overall. Russell Wilson was very solid. Jack Mitchell, the rookie QB, 65 rated, did pretty good for his limited opportunities. Rushing, Chris Carson wasn't too great. Wilson knows the runner was. Receiving, Northcutt was okay. Lockett, DK, we did very good distributing the football. Defensively, Isaiah Simmons was just a beast. Did not have an interception, though. Might hurt his defensive player of the year caliber season. We're still getting okay pressure, not like the same amount, but interceptions, 5 for Jamal Adams, 3 for Henderson, 2 for Griffin, 1 for Brooks and Wall. So we were very good again. Russell Wilson actually wins the MVP award this season, so it looks like there wasn't a ton of great QB play. Russell Wilson also Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Roquan Smith. Troy Dye actually finishing up there. Robert Spillane. I'm done with those guys finishing up there. But, I saw someone, where is he? Josh Foreman up there. Jack Mitchell at 10, Defense Rookie Year, backup QB. Joey Booth, though. This Defense Rookie Year, I saw him in the draft. I also saw D'Angelo Cloud, who looked absolutely insane. He's playing corner probably still. Jaden McClain, I forget who he was. He's probably an absolutely insane guy that I'm just forgetting. But let's hop in here against the Arizona Cardinals. So there's a red zone alert, but it doesn't matter. We're running 28-13, as it looks like we are headed to the NFC divisional round, and we are 31-13. Let's go. We have the Washington football team in the divisional round, so it's time to hop in against them. They are an 87 overall, so they're not messing around, but I think we have a fair shot as they only went 8-8. There are 2 minutes left as we are up by 6. Football team probably going to drive down the field, right? They didn't get it. So, our Seattle Seahawks rebuild team looks like they are headed to the divisional round. After that run, that'll be the dagger. Let's go to the conference championship. It looks like this is going to be our first real challenge this postseason, as we do face the New Orleans Saints, who are in 88 overall. So, they are very talented, but I think we can beat them. So let's go do it. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and it's not looking good. So we are down 24-7, but if we could score quickly, the game is not over. Metcalf. I'm facing too much pressure. Getting all on my face. I don't like it. But hurry up. Wilson takes a snap. What am I doing? He actually caught that. The Saints have the number 1 defense. Okay, so that's a thing. I wish that would have been a touchdown. No, it wasn't. Disley. What am I doing? I'm making the worst decisions possible. Wilson only has 146 yards passing. It's not good enough for him. Wilson says throws it to Disley. Touchdown, Seahawks. There we go. Scored. I don't know if that was quick enough, but don't start calling timeouts. They're already calling timeouts. The game's over. It really is. I have changed my mind about it. DK's in the zone. We're unstoppable now. As long as we get the ball on offense, we will score in one play. Just our defense has to stop, and wow, DK is just unstoppable. Hurry up! You guys are so slow. Northcutt. That's a touchdown. I mean, is it gonna matter? I'm not good at onside kicks. Especially when the CPU is just waiting for you. What am I doing? That was absolutely terrible. Is that actually how the video is going to end? I'm just on a curse that I cannot win a Super Bowl. That's just how Madden's going to be to me, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. We built a pretty good team, but playoffs, we just could not win when it mattered. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.